Hey YouTube, this is Andrew from Team Hybrid. I'm just giving you an updated deck profile for my Fire Kings. Just been doing a lot of playtesting and just taking a lot of the clogginess out. Made it better. Obviously, you gotta start out with Garunix, boss monster still. Bring it down to 2 because 3, too cloggy, and you never want to draw this thing because if you draw it, your hand just goes from either okay or good to just terrible. So just bring it down to 2. And still triple kitting because kitting still makes the plays, still sends anything you need to grave, and just creates advantage. And 3 Barongs because you need to. Surges out your Onslaughts in your Circle of the Fire Kings, which is the best cards in the deck. And he's 1800, so he's nothing to laugh at. And of course, since running a lot of Fire Monster with 200 defense, triple Fire Dog, Lava Fire Dog, staple. Then my choice of how to run Fire Kings, I use these 5 Hazy Beast cards. The Cerberuses are your main cards. You can normal summon them, and they drop to 1000 attack. And when they're destroyed in any way, you can add a Hazy card from your deck to your hand. So either a Hazy Beast Cerberus or a Hippogriff, depending on the situation. But you really don't want to have a Hippogriff in hand usually. Sometimes it's nice to have one in hand just in case you need to tribute something off of Rekindeling. And then of course you have the Triforce, staples of the deck. And I tech 1 trade in because 2 was cloggy and 1 just has its uses. It's not really dead normally, so it's good. And then triple MST because this deck hates back row. And Nephis is too cloggy, so you don't want to run that as your back row hate. So this just really works out nicely. Escape the Bottomless and all that shit. Triple Rekindling because this card is broke, and this card enables you to make some really stupid pushes for game and just all your Exceed plays. Of course, the staple cards in the deck: Circle, Cunning of the Six Samurai, but for all fire monsters, and Onslaught, which just creates way too much advantage way too quickly at the beginning of the game. Get Garunix on board, start the craziness. And then of course, because they're staple now, triple Lance. Just avoid all the dumb stuff in the damage step and protects you from Bottomless and D-Prisons and all that. Then for traps, double Trench, just because you need to. Wipes the board clean, triggers all your effects from all your Fire Kings, which is nice. And then triple Horn of the Phantom Beast. Not sure how much I like this card, but it does create a lot of advantage, especially with Level Fire Dog, because you special summon a card, Fire Monster from your deck, then you get to draw one. So it's good. Has its uses. And then here's the extra deck. I was seeing complaints about how I didn't have it in the last video, but here it is. Boss card. Vestal's tokens. They're awesome. Don't ever use them, but can't live without them. 1 Zen mains, just because push, 3-star Exceed. Self-explanatory, it's good. Leviair, just in case you have something removed off Rekindling or they deprison you, just bring it back. 1 Leviathan Dragon, just because makes himself 25. Self-explanatory. And Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Lion Emperor. He's not that good, but I do side Gozen. I mean, side's up to you, but when you have Gozen, you can either play him or Zen mains. And he's sometimes a better choice, especially if you have dead trade in hand. Use effect, add Garunix to hand, use trade in, and you just get those cards out of your hand. And of course, you got Gemnite Pearl, which he's just a big beater. And when the Vers come out, or the Evils, whatever they're called in America, I don't even know. He gets over Orpheon or something, 2550. Stupid. Pappy, just because it's staple. Utopia, just because he helps sometimes. Roach, because again, helps sometimes. Oh yeah, just helps sometimes. Stroke, because he's staple. Abyss Dweller, because a lot of stuff right now in the format is graveyard, especially mermails and stuff. And if you can protect him during the mermail matchup, you win. And he's great against the mirror match. 1 Diamond Direwolf, because 2 is just too much, and just pop in cards, activating their effects in your favor and removing stuff off your opponents. Good stuff. Shockmaster, self-explanatory. Shockmaster. Shock lock him. Photon Strike Bouncer just because you run all the Hazy Beasts and Rekindling, and it's good when you get them off. Especially when your opponent's low on life points, you play it. They can't use effects because you'll burn them to death. It's good. And then my favorite card, 2 Bassitrice. This card is broken. I try to get my Hazy Beast into the ground as fast as possible, because then if you do a Rekindling play, you play this thing with as much materials as you want. I even play with 2 sometimes, just to remove something off board. He does have an effects depending on how many materials he's got. If you can manage to get him with 5, which I've done quite a few times, he can't be destroyed by card effects, can't be targeted by card effects, and he's 3,500 attack. And, I mean, not much can destroy him in battle when he's 3,500 attack. Except when Tachyon Dragon comes out, then it's different. But yeah, that's the deck. It's a lot better now, a lot less cloggy. But yeah, test it out, it's fun. It wins quite a few games, got a good Mermail matchup for the most part. But yeah, this is Andrew from Team Hybrid signing out.